You there? Can you hear me?
I'm here. I guess my internet service is bad. Hey, it's Cody, Travis, here. I'm live with the president of BYB, Mike. And is it Vazquez? Is that how you say it? I don't want to butcher it.
That's right. Yeah, Mike Vazquez.
I said it right, man. Look, I was gonna tell you, man. Thanks for coming on. I don't have my producer here usually, so I'm trying to do everything. But man, look, I see your organization all the time, and I've been sending people there. Can you just talk about what the BYB is compared to like what y'all are trying to make it? You got the commentary team that's amazing and everything.
I appreciate it. Thanks for the support.
What's up, Andrew?
Well, BYB, it started with the Backyard Brawls, which started back in South Florida, decades ago with the Dada 5000, Kimbo Slice, a lot of the guys. Bruce Leroy passed through there, Jorge Masvidal. Several guys that have made it all the way to the UFC, and it was just a way to settle beefs at first in the community. In Perrine, the police didn't mess with it. Dada had these fights going on for years, but they just got too big, and he got the spotlight, of Maxim and all kinds of national publications, and the movie Dogfight, which Billy Corben produced and followed Dada. So it got really big, and he couldn't continue on in the backyard. I came around in 2015, and I had experience before that, basically with NASCAR. I started for NASCAR, their diversity program in the U.S., and participated in with three other partners in starting what's known as NASCAR Mexico down there. So, the funny story is because of that history, we developed that series to become the #1 racing series in Mexico and Latin America. I came across somebody who knew Dada, which was Pitbull and his manager at the time. And they told me, you got to see this. It's a diamond in the rough. What you did for NASCAR in Mexico, maybe you could do something, like this with Dada. So, I was a little hesitant at first, but I met with Dada and, hit it off, great. He's a great guy. He's a hard worker and just all around real good person. And we hit it off. And in our first meeting, we literally designed the Trigon. We put our logo together, and not only our logo, but
how did y'all do the Trigon, man? How did that happen? I just want to know. And that a lot of people, they need to look it up, because a lot of people, if they haven't, man, the way it's built, you're rolling into each other. It's amazing. I don't know how y'all did that. It was amazing.
Well, the idea really was the Trigon. I'll tell you about it first and then how it came to be. But the Trigon, really, it's a triangle. It's 3 equal sides. And what it does is it creates a fighting circle in the middle, right? You got to be in that fighting circle. As you hear, in that fighting circle, engaged. Or if you're not, you're going to take one, maybe a step, and you're in the ropes, or 2 steps and you're in a corner. So what we've done is, we tried to incorporate the best things of all combat sports, right? I was a fight fan growing up. We didn't have the UFC until later in life. So I was a boxing fan. And then, of course, I was a UFC fan. I wrestled in high school, and, I love the grappling aspect too. But not everybody does, right? So, in boxing, when are people engaged, right? When the boxers are toe-to-toe, and when they get separated from a clinch, that they're going to get back to, to getting engaged. In MMA, when are they, the fight fans engaged? Well, when the guys are standing right in front of each other, swinging, and after they're grappling for a minute or so, when they get separated, the fight fans go crazy because they get back to, being able to engage. So what we've done is that engagement aspect is one thing that we wanted to promote. The other thing we wanted is to keep the fights in the hands, the results in the hands of the fighters and not the judges, all the time, especially in boxing, not so much in MMA, but we've seen it where you see a fight and you're like, what the hell were they looking at? What is or a promotion can be political, and
a lot lately in the UFC. You're starting to see it now. There's a few fights that Dana White's like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, he's brought it up recently as well. So our finish rate is spectacular. It's got to be the highest. We've only had 2 fights go the distance in all the events that we've had. Everything ends in the Trigon, one way or another. But we have had 2 fights go the distance, and were exciting fights. And it was really, they were both White Boy Rodriguez, who was making his comeback. He was, big famous guy on YouTube in the backyard in the day. I think 13-0 or undefeated.
Yeah.
Fought everybody, bigger guys. I mean, just fought everybody. It was a madman. He took some time off, some years off, came back. So his first 2 fights, he's just getting conditioned, getting back in shape. So he was just working it, really boxing his opponents, and because he has a little background in boxing as well, and he went the distance on his fights. But everything else has been, usually by the 3rd round, you have a winner. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I think. That's what I want to see. I want to know who the best person was. I don't want to. And the other thing we do is we have full 3-minute rounds, which really that 3rd minute is huge.
It does. People don't believe that. That minute is a lifetime, man. That's a lifetime of a minute.
Well, especially when the 2 minutes prior, they're engaged, right? There's no room to dance around, walk around, catch your breath, disengage, cross step, move over, cross to this side, walk, you in a regular boxing ring or a lot of these MMA or other bare knuckle rings, there is that room that you can disengage and come back into it. And then, when you have a 2-minute round and they're disengaged, for 40 seconds of that 2 minutes, well, that's why you'll see a lot more fights go, a lot more rounds than in BYB.
Yeah, look, I've watched it. Like JD's fight, man, that was amazing, man. He was down and he come out that's why I had him on. I was talking to him. I was like, he showed more heart in the finish, and then he acted like he was the Joker afterwards. He was happy, and I was like, dude, I love that shit, man.
Well, he would get hit, and literally he'd be smiling, and he wasn't smiling for the camera. He really wasn't smiling for the camera. He was smiling like he was like, that was a good one, But and then he'd get back up and throw it. I don't know what Prez Jefferson was going through his mind, but it must have been like, what is this guy? What do I got to hit him with? Like the announcers were saying, Prez did a wonderful job in that fight. I mean, he just, like I said, 3 minutes, 3-minute rounds. 3rd round, he was just worn out. He didn't expect that, but I hope to have Prez back and JD as well. He'll be back.
Yeah, he's gonna be back. He's already said he was gonna be back. He likes that shit. He loved it, man.
You got to also credit the referee. You see a lot of stoppages, whatnot. Yep. And, there's some people that said, oh, it should have been stopped, could have been stopped. And yeah, some other referees might have stopped it after, but there was a headbutt, the one thing that wasn't knocked down, it was his knee. They asked him to walk it off. He walked it off, and he showed a lot of heart, to come back and get that win.
Hey, somebody just asked, is BYB only, it's Drew, he's a fighter. Is it only in Florida, or are y'all going to different states?
Well, actually, our first legal event was in Wyoming. What we've done since, all our shows have been in Florida. Since we are working on our 2022 schedule, we are going to be going to other states. Mississippi being one of bare knuckle is legal. Yeah, we'll be out there. We're going to be touring.
Hey, it's legal in Bama too. It's legal in Alabama too.
It's legal in Alabama, yeah. So we're also going to be touring different Hard Rock properties.
Hell yeah.
State of Florida and other states as well. So we're working on our 2022 schedule. We had one event in 2019. We had 2 events last year. We were scheduled to have 4, but with COVID, we cut it back to 2. This year we're having 5 events, and we're going to continue to ramp up and have more events and expand our footprint. But the Hard Rock relationship is good for us, and we're trying to grow that footprint around the country.
Hey, you got some questions, because people start asking questions before I even go. Like Jay Davis, he's the owner of Turp House, man. Y'all CBDs, you need to check him out on that. He hooks fighters up with some good stuff, but he's got fighters, and he's like, how can I get my guys to fight in the BYB?
Well, send us an email, or our matchmaker, great guy, Mel Valenzuela. He just came on board prior to this last fight for our U.S. against Russia fight. It would be to get in touch with him or with myself, and I'll pass you on to him. But yeah, we're looking for, one thing that we try to do is we try to give young fighters a chance. We try to find opportunities. We put well-matched fights together, so there's plenty of action. There's big names and all that in the sport, of course, and that's great. And we'll work into that, as we continue to proceed. But a lot of it is really going through this younger talent, going through the guys that are looking, from either boxing or MMA looking to expand or get their opportunity. Some just amateurs that are just out, brawlers like Isaiah Quinones, who's, I don't know. He just comes out 1,000%, full throttle from the gate, and none of his fights have gone too long. So we don't have much on him other than he can get in there and take somebody out quickly, which is exciting as well. But, we're looking for all kinds of fighters.
Dude, I love what y'all do. That's why I've been telling people, like, first off, y'all's pay is amazing for fighters. I'm going to straight up tell you, I know a guy that I'm not going to say his name because it's not announced yet, but he signed with y'all and he fought at BKFC. I'll go ahead and say it, and y'all paying him a lot more than they're paying him. So I'm just going to give y'all a shout out on that. Fighter pay means everything, man.
Well, I appreciate it. We take care of our people, and we can't always do that. There's a lot of crazy, money going around and some occasions.
It was like the start pay. Your start pay is like we'll say y'all, it was a lot better. I know you're a humble guy. I've already been told. Joe told me how humble you are and all that stuff, but you're, man.
I appreciate it. I'm not your typical promoter per se. I try to put the product out there. I stay in the background, and most of the time, I'll come out from my show when I need to. But Dada really is the spokesperson. He gets out there, does a lot of the stuff for us, but yeah, we take good care of our people, and we're concerned if somebody does get hurt. We had Ryan Favell from our last fight. He fought Jeff Chiffins, who's a beast. Yeah. He's a beast. I love, his ring walk, and when he's in the ring, he's just bouncing from side to side. Looks like a silverback or something. I don't know. But that fight was an exciting fight. Jeff hit him with a 1-2 in the exact same spot. Both punches, 1-2, and actually broke his orbital bone. He got extended stay in South Florida. We took care of him for a couple days.
Wasn't that where Dada took the picture in the hospital with him?
Yeah, for sure. So
that was him. That was him. Okay, I remember that. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, we made sure. He was real. I was surprised. He told me he's fought all over the place, and when stuff like that's happened, nobody's really taken further action or care or concern. And we were calling right away to see where he was, which location, which hospital, make sure his bags were packed, and that we got him to where he needed to be, and all that stuff. And he was taken aback by that, and I was taken aback that he was taken aback because it's an industry that's supported by the fighters. At the same time, the company, and we don't, we're not in a profitable stage of development yet, because it takes a lot of money to make money to develop a program and whatnot. So we're as a company, you lose money for a while until you start getting to make money. So we're not out there throwing it away, but we take care of the people that are the basis of the sport, and they in turn, like during COVID, especially when we're like, hey guys, there is no audience.
That was crazy, man.
The gate, pay-per-view numbers, unfortunately, on a national level, they're not huge or anything like that until you get more awareness. And that's what we're trying to do. We're at a stage where we're just trying to get our ring out there. We're trying to show people what the Trigon is. We're bringing a great crew, experienced people. Dave Ryan from ESPN with Benny Ricardo from CBS, who's a good Paulie, who just came on board. What do you say about Paulie? What better honest?
You had Matt Goldberg in the house, man. Come on, man. That's what I was going. That was one of my questions. Out of everything, your commentary team is Showtime quality. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing your commentary. You know what I'm saying? You've got professional badasses. That's why I tell everybody, look at the commentary team. You see that, you can see what the company's building on.
Well, I appreciate that. Mike Goldberg actually just joined our team starting for this next event, July 16th. So he'll be at the side with Paulie and Benny and Dave. We're kind of reworking because they're all great. We don't want to, get rid of anybody. On the contrary, we're, like I said, we take care of our people. We're just trying to find the right structure. So, is it going to be, kind of like the Showtime box where Dave is the host and throws it to these guys. So we're working through all that right now, but it's good situations to have to work through, right? You have Paulie, again, more natural, more straight talk, commentating you can't get from anybody.
Breaking it down like a professional boxing fight. And also he's experienced he's done bare knuckles, so he knows That's what I'm saying. You've got a very good. I mean, that's what I was telling. I mean, everybody. I'm like, it's like close your eyes and you think you're watching, Showtime, and you're thinking Floyd Mayweather's about to pop. You know what I'm saying? You've got a very good structure there. It's kind of like you're building your foundation really strong. That's what I. And like you earlier, you said the young fighters, and that's smart because that's the future. And if you can build their names, they become big fighters. You know what I'm saying? That's smart.
Sure. I mean, and again, a lot of guys that you'll see that are making their transition, they're maybe they're more grapplers and this and that, and they're a big name. I don't want to use smoke and mirrors kind of thing, but the whole thing really is the product. It's the ring, and getting back to Paulie mentioned about the ring that when he did a bare knuckle match, he actually broke his hand in, I think it was the third round.
Yeah.
But because the ring was, sizable, he was able to dance around for a couple of rounds and get through to the decision.
Yep.
He told me in the Trigon.
I saw that. I saw the interview. I saw him do the interview. I was like, damn, that's
I'd
true.
have been dead, and I was like, see, that's how the ring affects the fights. It really is that, that third man, I guess they call it in the ring.
What I know you're doing it in Florida and everything. Your next one's coming up. What was the date for the next one? Is it the 16th or 7th of July?
It's the 16th. Yeah, it's the 16th. It was going to be the 17th, but we bumped it up a day with the Florida Boxing Commission because everybody's been coming to Florida to do their events because of the COVID situation, and again, bare knuckle did start down here as far as the revival, not the original 1800 style, but the revival in our day and age. This is where it all started. This is where that foundation was, and I guess people taking notice, and everybody's trying to have their events in South Florida. So this is our backyard. This is where we're from. This is our territory, I guess, and we will go out of it.
You got to piss on it, man. You got to piss on it. You got to mark your territory and say, get the fuck out of my territory.
Absolutely.
What do y'all? Okay, you know how in Florida they make you wear the gloves with the tape, and they're going away with that on the 1st. Are y'all going to keep the things going, or are y'all going to go away with it?
We're going to offer the gloves to the fighters. I have a pair right here. They're very simple. They go over just about the edge of your fist, and what they do provide is a little stability, in the wrist, and also a little cushion. If you're blocking punches, it provides a little cushion for these bones. So it's a little extra support. I don't know, all the fighters that have used it have loved it. So I don't know if anybody will say no. They may want it, they may not.
Your wrist. Anything that save your wrist a little extra. I think you're still getting hit with the fucking, you're still getting whacked. So I think it would maybe.
I wouldn't turn them down. I know I wouldn't turn them down. That's for sure, But yeah, that's coming off June 1st. It'll be optional, some fighters may choose not to wear them, but I think most will. We have also something, one of our sponsors that came out. It's these SureFit ThermaGuards. These are real cool for fighters and even people at home that train or whatnot. They actually change temperature. They actually change color, I should say, when they go over 102 degrees. In temperature. So if you're dehydrated, if you're, just not doing well,
it shows that
orange. Yeah, they'll turn orange. So if you're sparring or you're a coach and you're a fighter, and you can take a look at how he's doing. If he needs to take a break, drink some, hydrate. So it's actually a really good safety thing that we're trying to implement, and we offer them to our fighters as well. They can use their mouthpieces. They can boil these in the microwave the night before weigh-ins, or we can send them out to them. But I think that's a good thing.
No, I got my buddy's got a guy. He's gonna be fighting in the July card, and we're gonna be down there because I was like, we're gonna bring some help. Like, how do y'all do y'all? I have to ask why I got you on here. Like, do y'all have like spots where we can set up and do interviews and shit? Do y'all do stuff like that, or is it like, can we get outside arena? Because I talked to all the fighters and I was like, dude, I'm gonna be down there. I'm gonna interview the hell out of y'all.
Yeah, we'll take care of you, brother. You come down. We take care of. Listen, it's a growing segment. We want to get it out there, you know, to everybody we can. We take care of our people that spend their time and energy and resources to promote the sport we love. And absolutely. So if you're out there, we'll take care of you.
Oh no, we're gonna be there for sure, man. Because I've been, man, I've been messaging Mel. I was like, look, here's this guy. He wants to talk to you. And like, I got another question. I got somebody from Jay's got it. Do y'all have a CBD sponsor?
We did through our first couple events. The company got sold. They were on that the I guess you know, stock chase, but they got sold. But we currently looking for a partner again. What better
Turf House Farms? Turf House Farms. You can look them up. They do CBDs, and Jay's he's the owner, and he's got a messing up.
I'll definitely be in touch with him.
Yeah, I'll have him. I'll get him to message you because I mean he'll and when you try the drops or the cream and shit like where you're hurting, fighters need that stuff, man. It helps them out. But yeah, no, that's a
perfect fit. I mean, you know, what better for you know, to endorse a product that's a pain relief than somebody that's paid to inflict and receive pain. You know, so it's definitely a perfect fit.
And it's better than fighters taking pills. That's why I tell everybody it's better than that. And you know, and it pisses the government off, but it works.
Yeah, well, I'm actually, my other business, my main business is a distribution company. So I work in the distribution of
I saw that. Look, I researched you. That's why I was a sales guy. I was like, he's distributing stuff. This guy, you got that bank, man. Everybody knows that. You got that bank. Anytime you're distributing stuff, you got it. But no, I was gonna ask you, what's Dada like, man? When y'all are like, is he like stoked about this? Like, does he get pumped up like he does back in the day?
Oh yeah. Dada gets. I mean, he's talking about even trying to, you know, come back, you know, and whatnot, and do a fight himself in the Trigon. Yeah, I mean, he's stoked. He gets in. He sees that he works out. He's in our gym all the time. Our gym's literally across the street. This is my main office. So we have a gym with the ring built and whatnot. So he's out there all day, you know, doing stuff, meeting people and working out. And he's been training himself. So he's talked about trying to do a comeback. I've tried as a friend, you know, like I said, as a promoter, you'd be like, yeah, for sure. Come on in, you know, we'll promote, you know, but, you know, as a friend and having gone with him or with, you know, through what he did, you know, in 2016, when he actually flatlined, excuse me, flatlined twice, you know, once at the hospital, once on the way to the hospital, and had a, you know, basically a long recovery period, you know, so, you know, we basically shut down BYB in 16 after that, just to focus on his health and well-being. In 18, he was almost back to his old self. And that's when we started saying, all right, you know, you're back, you know, you're ready to, you know, promote, you're ready to work.
You want to get that mouthpiece in. He's got to put that mouthpiece in so I can check his health all the time. That's what you got to do.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So that's when we put together our first legal show, which is the one here behind me, you know, Brawl in Wyoming, and then we just started working from there. But that is a great guy. I mean, literally, like I said, when I first they told me, oh, you got to meet this, and I saw some of the videos, I was like, I loved it as a fan, but I was like, you know, well, you know, business is business, right? You know, and you got to put stuff together, and there's kind of protocols, and there's kind of, you know, then sponsors and ways to do things, and there's the teamwork, and, you know, so I thought to myself, you know, I don't know him, you know, is he going to be able to, you know, to fit my, you know, kind of work? And as soon as I met him, you know, I was like, you know, this guy's great. You know, he knowledgeable on everything. Very. He's
a cool dude. He's a cool dude. Everybody I've talked to says he's smooth. He's just cool, chill dude.
He really is. I mean, you don't want to get on his bad side, but I rarely have ever seen him get on his bad side, other than, you know, when he's ready to, you know, to fight, to actually get in the fight. But absolutely cool guy. Comes from a great family. His mom had passed away last year. She was absolutely great. She was, you know, featured in the Dogfight movie as well. His brothers, Racy and Rusi. I mean, just an all-around great family. They were actually from the Bahamas and came over when Dada was a baby, because Dada had a medical emergency, and that's what they say, that his medical emergency is what actually turned him into the giant of a man that he is, you know, and his size and the strength that he got. But I think it was I forgot what it was, but yeah, it was a condition. Well, one of my kids had it too, but they gave him a steroid when he was you know, just a baby or whatnot to get him through the thing, and they said he was just continued to grow through life. So he was.
Hey, that's probably what. That's it. Shit, that's what my mom and dad should have done to me when I was a kid. God. But no, man.
When I first met him, he was on YouTube, like bench pressing, I don't know, like 600 pounds, something like that.
Got some crazy videos.
Oh yeah, and I'm telling you, he hits anybody with that left hook, and it's lights out. I mean, he's got a mean left hook. Any of his punches, but really, when I see that left hook, I'm like, I can't see anybody standing up from that.
You need. I've been trying to get him. You tell him to look up Cody on Instagram, because I tell you what, I got some questions. I used to watch all his videos, man. I just got some questions. I'll go back. He'll have the flashback music going in the back of his head after I get done with him. But I know you. But I was just going. You got any shout outs or anything? I know you're busy. It's time zone and everything. But yeah, first of all, thanks for coming on, because I like I said, your organization is it's building the right way, and I've been telling everybody that, because it's just, I'm a big Alabama fan, and Nick Saban, the way he built it, you know, you could longevity, and I seem like that's how y'all are doing it.
Well, that's what we're trying to do. We build a foundation, you know, a good core, good team of people, you know, try to, you know, spend your money wisely. And then when it's time to turn it on, then it's time to turn it on. But right now we've just been building and growing it. And for me, just, you know, I want to thank all, you know, all the fighters that are interested, the managers that we work with. You know, we're not the, I guess, you know, the prom queen right now in the sport, you know, as far as all the attention and all that stuff. But
I'm going to fix you for this. My ex-wife was the prom queen, so that don't say shit.
And look how it turned out. Yeah,
to be the prom queen, man. You don't have to be the prom
turned out. Exactly. So we're in it for the long haul. We got a good product, and I think the Trigon will speak for himself. Yeah.
It is, man, and everybody needs to check it out. And I'll be sharing y'all's links like crazy, man. But thanks for coming on for sure, man.
Thank you for having me. I'll make sure Dada gets with you. You let me know when you need.
Yeah, tell him he's the redneck from up here. I've been messaging him. Tell him to come on. I just want to talk about his badass days, man.
We'll take care of that. Thanks for having me.
Man. All right, thanks, sir. I see. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna call it. We got Psycho Joe. Got his management company, but he's got all kinds of cool stuff. Joe,
you ready? Yeah. First off, let me tell you something, Cody. Just building off of what my man right there, Mike Vazquez, said. Dude, he is so humble. He's almost too humble.
That's what I tell you. Yeah.
Everything that they're building right now, everything that they're doing right now is first class, first level, and it's going to make every other wannabe bare knuckle organization look like a bunch of wannabes. Man, I'm going to tell you right now, based just simply off of one thing, our experience at BYB 5.
That's what I want you to talk about, because look, if people don't know, you've been with the other organization. I'm not going to say it because you can say it.
If you're being talked about, you're being thought about. I don't talk about barbecue Kentucky Fried Chicken no more.
Okay, that's what you
talk about that no more.
Okay,
I like eating barbecue Kentucky Fried Chicken. I like to gobble it up. But I'm telling you right now, Mike Vazquez, BYB, Backyard Brawls, DeFear Harris. And if you don't know who that is, let me tell you something, son. That's a Dada 5000. He's a friend of my boy. That was a very good friend of mine. And that was also an innovator of all of this. Kimbo Slice, Kevin Ferguson.
Hell yeah.
And I'm here to tell you right now, let me tell you something. If you got a notebook, write this shit down.
Hold on. I got my notebook.
Hold on, wait. If you're a young fella like you that wants to put into your Instagram or whatever, let me tell you something. Mike Vazquez BYB, Defair Harris, Dada 5000. And everybody associated with that organization, they are legit, and they're too legit to quit because they've got something going on, my brother. And I'm telling you right now, I went down there with my boy Jordan Mitchell.
That was a hell, yeah.
Oh, my brother. We almost broke the record for the knockout, right? Hold on a second. Give me a second. There we go. Hold on.
It was pretty. I don't know what's the record then, because that was pretty quick.
I think we tied it. I thought it was 21 seconds. Somebody said it was 15 seconds. All I know is in 8 seconds, Jordan knocked a 6'3", 252-pound Marine, supposed Muay Thai fighter. And he dropped that bitch like a bad habit.
Quick.
And my boy Jordan Mitchell is so low key.
Yeah,
After the fight was over, I told him and Kier is my boy. He looks like Nelly, acts like Nelly, and that's Jordan the boy. And I was like, where the hell was all that action? When he first dropped that cat, he did the shimmy back to his corner. And then when he got up, he was like, oh, seek and destroy.
We got you a question.
And he goes, this is my house.
I got you a question, Joe. They got Carrie and Carlos Leon. They asked about what you think about JD. You remember we had a conversation on the phone the other day about how badass JD was.
You want to talk about JD Burns?
Hell yeah,
JD Burns. That is my boy.
Heart.
Look, I worked on his cuts back in the dressing room after his fight. That JD Burns is a warrior. All right, but I'm not here to talk about JD Burns as much as I love JD Burns. And Leo Pla, you saw Leo Pla, right?
Oh yeah, that was
completely shut. He was saying,
and he was ready to go, man.
Fight, and they fucked him because they should have let him fight. I've seen Leo Pla fight like that before, and suddenly they want to stop the fight. They should have let Leo continue, but Leo is one of the toughest hombres you'll ever meet in your life.
Dude,
if you get in a fight with Leo Pla, I'm going to tell you right now, man. And this is a cat that had 40 bare knuckle fights. 36 times it went my way. 4 times I got my ass kicked hardcore.
Dude, that's
all right.
That's awesome.
I'm talking about like all this gets removed and everything, all that. But I'm telling you right now, Leo Pla is one of the toughest hombres I ever met in my life. And they should have let it go one more round. But let me back up for a second. Because Cody, you get me talking about fighting, and I'll lose my mind, and I'll start going all kind of crazy.
That's what we're here for. We're blowing loads. I blow my load all the time on this show. We just blow loads on this show, dude.
I understand, but let me back up. Let me back up for a minute. I want to tell y'all something. The reason that I know, after 45 years of experiencing this, and I'm an old man, and I still love this shit, man. But the reason I know that BYB is going to be super successful is because the guy that is directing the whole thing, the guy that's behind the scenes, and I'm kind of surprised, brother, that you got Mike Vazquez to come onto your show. I mean, Mike Vazquez is a dude. He likes to build things.
Oh,
he's not a guy that wants to be out front. He's not a glory hound. Mike Vazquez is a behind the scenes guy, and here's what he's never going to tell you guys. Let me get this straight right here. Listen to this, man. In Mexico, the country of Mexico, you know what they like? They like open wheel racing, right?
Yeah.
They had no use for NASCAR.
Damn.
Mike Vazquez took NASCAR to Mexico and made it huge. Mike Vazquez, I'm here to tell you right now, Mike Vazquez with BYB, that guy, he likes to build things. He doesn't want to be, he's like, and I even told him myself on his last show at BYB 5, I said, Mike, man, people need to see you. You need to get up there and say something. He goes, Joe, I'm not a glory hound. This is not for me. I just like to build stuff. I like to build stuff. I like to build really cool stuff.
He does, man.
Oh, Cody. He sure does. And he's building something super fucking cool. And me for one, I'm glad to be a part of this. I'm glad to be associated with them because as anybody that knows anything about anything with bare knuckle, Scott Burt at the Bare Knuckle Boxing Hall of Fame, you know what I'm talking about. BKFC Barbecue Kentucky Fried Chicken, you know what I'm talking about. Dave Feldman, Dave Feldman. Dave Feldman, you know what I'm talking about, brother. What was you guys at the beginning? And you guys run a very questionable organization. But here's the great thing. If you don't give up, if you keep swinging and you never surrender, you might luck out and be associated with an organization like BYB, Backyard Brawls. And you might get hooked up with somebody like Mike Vazquez. And I'm going to tell you right now, there is nobody in the fight game like Mike Vazquez. There's nobody. Dude,
that's positive as fuck. I was going to ask you, you know how they got the Hall of Fame and they have their own belts? What's the belt? They have the 180-year-old belt.
Let me help you out with that. I love Scott Burt. Okay. I used to be the special advisor to the Bare Knuckle Boxing Hall of Fame. And that's when I was associated with Bobby Gunn. And we all know, tragically, what has happened with Bobby Gunn. But what? Hang on a second. What? God damn it. Hang on 1 second.
Okay.
Can you give me 1 second? Somebody, I got this fucking guy over here that wants to say something. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right.
I know you're cool. You're cool. Uh-oh. This is gonna be funny. Dude. Look at one thing.
Hey, brother, how you doing? My name's Psycho Joe, and I've been involved in this game they call bare knuckle fighting. Oh yeah, I've been involved in this for 45 fucking years as a participant, as a manager. And let me tell you something, oh yeah, brother, you gotta listen to me right now. Listen to me right now.
I'm gonna need it.
Psycho Joe has the info, the intel. Oh, I know you think just because he's old and ugly, he don't know what he's talking about. Trust me when I tell you, son, we got something right here that's going to be bigger than the WWE. I'm telling you right now, BYB Backyard Brawls, going down with Mike Vazquez, going down with Dada 5000. I'm talking about Dafir Harris. We're talking about the whole bare knuckle world is about to be set on their head. And we're going to do it in very short order. Oh, yeah, brother. That's the promo there. You got to believe this. It's about to go down. It's going down like Charlie Brown clowning. Oh, talk to me one time. Now let me ask you something. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, I'm ready to answer.
All right, all right. If you or your grandmother or your mama or your daddy were at Walmart and a fight broke out between a couple of big strapping badass dudes and they started bang bang boogie, would you stop and watch or would you run away?
Oh no, I'd be right there. They would actually probably
You
start
would
punching
stop
me.
and watch, and your mother would watch, and your grandmother would watch, and everybody would stand back and watch. And that's why bare knuckle is gonna make boxing look like a fucking pillow fight.
That's what. Hey, it already does.
We're gonna make boxing look like a pillow fight, and this hurts me because boxing's my first love. But I'm here to tell you, brother, bare knuckle is the shit. And BYB Backyard Brawls with Mike Vazquez down there in Hollywood, Florida at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino hosted by the Seminole Tribe. Oh,
Preach!
we take it. We doing a takeover, baby. We're doing a takeover, baby. We're doing a takeover. We're gonna do a takeover that you've never seen before. And get ready, strap on your seatbelt, get ready to ride because it's going down for real and it starts July 16th. I have my fighter, Gabriel Fryer.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. This is it. Yeah.
My man, we're taking on a monster. Wait till you see who we're taking on, baby. We're taking on a monster, my man.
Hell yeah.
I'm here to tell you that we got something you ain't never seen before. And if we can find a Florida heavyweight, and listen to me, all you tough guys, all you want to be tough guys, you saw what my heavyweight Jordan Mitchell does when he gets in there with somebody. Hey, if you live in Florida, you think you're a tough guy? You think you're hey, Florida. Hey, the whole state of Florida. I don't give a fuck where you live. As long as you're in Florida and you can get your ass down to Hollywood, Florida. July 16th at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. I got a bare knuckle fight for you. I got a bare knuckle fight for you, son. I'm telling you right now, son. I have a bare knuckle heavyweight fight for you. His name is Jordan Mitchell, and they call him Iron Man. And he ain't scared of nobody. He ain't even worried about nobody. Get your ass ready and come on down there and then just talk to my promoter, man. Reach out to BYB.
Hey, look, I'm gonna find somebody. Man, there's enough heavyweights looking for a fight. We gotta get a fight, man.
Somebody right now. I need a heavyweight. I don't
right
know who it is. My heavyweight will knock any motherfucker out. Period.
We got managers in here. Hold on. Hey, Kerry, Carlos. Hey, y'all got any heavyweights?
I know Kerry. He's my boy.
Yeah, we got different people in here.
But we gotta have a heavyweight from Florida.
Everybody find a heavyweight
from Florida. Because remember, Cody, remember, we're in the hurt business. But it's it's also
they can drink beer after.
We're doing it at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. We need asses in the seats. So I need a local heavyweight that wants to take on my heavyweight from Indianapolis, Indiana. You want some of this? You saw. You want some of this? You want some? Come on. You want some? We've already listen. My middleweight, Gabriel Fryer, 155-pound fighter. We done stepped up. We've accepted a fight. We're going to announce who it is as soon as I get the contract. I'm going to announce it. But I'm going to tell you right now, Gabriel has stepped the fuck up.
Oh yeah, I seen it.
And
I seen
it's
videos.
taking on a big ass fucking professional fighter. And Gabriel is going to knock this motherfucker in the next week.
Dude, you got me ready to go through a wall right now. Like I'm sitting here like
Right now,
I'm
what
like,
are you talking
I'm not sorry, like I'm going crazy over
Well,
here.
let's do this, Cody. That's what I said. Hey, listen,
I
listen,
gotta.
next time we do this, it's going to be in studio.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna do some crazy.
I'm gonna blow your fucking mind.
Hey, look, I gotta ask you though about the belt. Okay, the Scott Burt. You know how they got the belt, the Gazette belt. Is that only for BKFC? Isn't that supposed to be for any bare knuckle though, like anywhere?
Okay, so let me break it down for you really quickly. It's a real quick educational seminar. Scott Burt up in Belfast, New York, with the Bare Knuckle Boxing Hall of Fame. Those barns that he has established for the Bare Knuckle Boxing Hall of Fame were built when William Muldoon went and, this is no lie, he kidnapped John O'Sullivan from Boston to prepare him for the fight against Jake Kilrain. Jake Kilrain at the time was a 190-pound longshoreman who was backed by this guy named Steve Fox, and they made this belt, right? They made this belt for this guy, and they said he's the heavyweight champion. Here's the deal. John O'Sullivan was about 300 pounds, alcoholic. He was way out of shape. William Muldoon came down to Boston, kidnapped John O'Sullivan, took him up to Belfast, New York. And if you've ever been to Belfast, New York, and listen, I love Scott Burt. I love what he's done with that whole thing. I love the whole deal about it. They took John L. and they had to literally lock him down with shackles because he was an alcoholic. So he went to the DTs, right? So I'm going to sum this up for you really quick. When Jake Kilrain was set to fight John O'Sullivan, Jake Kilrain was considered to be the young, tough guy, right? And John L. was a fat fucking alcoholic. William Muldoon took him to Belfast, New York, in the barns that Scott Burt manages.
I saw pictures. I saw those pictures this weekend from their thing.
I've been there 5 times. I've been there 5 times.
It was cool looking.
It's beyond cool. I'm gonna tell you right now, when you go into those gyms, you can feel the energy.
Yeah.
Of the old champions.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
So William Muldoon, who was a Greco-Roman wrestler, a champion, he kidnapped John O'Sullivan, took him up there. They tied him down and trained him like a fucking freak, right?
That's what you gotta do.
So when the heavyweight title fight went down, everybody met in New Orleans, and you had to buy a ticket. You had to buy a ticket in New Orleans. You didn't know where you were going.
That's the best part.
No, here's the best part. The average income back in 1889 was about a $450, something like that. And the ticket was $15. So can you imagine telling your wife, yeah, I'm fixing to spend about, 20% of our whole total annual income. I can't tell you where I'm going. I'm going to get on a train. I'm not even sure where the fuck I'm going. And I'm going to watch a heavyweight title fight. So they got on the train and they went to Richburg, Mississippi, 1889, July 8th. Brother, I'm here to tell you, at 10 o'clock in the morning, it was already 100 degrees. July, southern Mississippi.
It's hot out there.
My man, listen. Everybody betted on Jake to win his fight.
That awesome money.
Oh, brother, let me tell you something. My man, there was 3,000 people there. 3,000.
Holy
3,000.
shit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. John L. Sullivan gets up. He takes his robe off. And brother, you could hear all 3,000 of those people go, oh, shit. Because when John L. dropped his robe, that he was 215 pounds of rock solid muscle.
Ready to kill.
And listen, Cody, this was back when they wore the knee-high boots with one fucking steel spikes in their feet. So Jake Kilrain resorted to stomping on John O'Sullivan's foot. He was stomping on his foot. But John L. was like fucking his ass up. And at one point, John L. stepped back and said, son, you going to fight me or what are you going to do? Do you want to fight? Long story short, 75 rounds, 2 hours, 16 minutes later, John L. had beat this kid so fucking mercilessly that Professor Jake Donovan.
Holy shit.
And here's the rub. Here's the rub, Cody. Here's the rub, baby. Everybody says, nobody's ever been beaten, killed fighting bare knuckle. Bullshit. There's a bunch of motherfuckers got killed bare knuckle. Professor Jake Donovan stepped up and said, I'm stopping the fight. I've already seen 3 men die this year. And they were picking John L. Sullivan was ready to go. Jake,
you said 72 rounds, right?
2 hours, 16 minutes, and some odd seconds. But here's the deal: back then, if you lost a round, it was a fight to the finish, so there weren't no points, right? So Jake Kilrain would get up and take a knee and get a 30-second rest and then come back to scratch. Brother, at the very end of this fight, Jake Kilrain had no idea where the fuck he was at. And dude, the Boston Strong boy, John O'Sullivan, was beating this boy's ass.
God, that's crazy.
They brought him back to scratch. And he had no idea where he was at.
Hey, Joe, you got one. I got this guy. What's his name? Richard's got a bunch of questions. He wants to ask you.
Talk to me. Come on, let's talk to me. I'm a historian. I know this shit. Let's go.
Richard, you know Richard, the guy that he's mad at you because he wanted to whoop me for some reason. You know what I'm talking about?
You talking about Richard, the goddamn problem, the bitch? What the fuck? What do you want to say to me?
All right. Oh, he said.
No, put him on. I don't want to read a tweet. Tell him to get on with me. I've already told that fuck. I already told him, shut the fuck up.
Look. Let me tell you about Richard. First off, Richard has been for a while. He tags me on Facebook, says he wants to fight me and everything. And you know what? I took it as.
I tell you what, fuck that motherfucker. He challenged me, said, I'll take you out of retirement. Dude, I'm almost 60 years old. I leave chunks of guys like him in the fucking toilet every goddamn morning when I take a shit. And I'm going to take a shit in about 30 minutes, and I'm going to leave more chunks of that fucking bitch Richard in the toilet.
Hey, I'm going to tell you something funny since we're talking about Richard. I got a buddy over in England, Christian. He does the Spartan fights, and he's always tagging me. Richard's always tagging me to fight. And he was like, we'll fly you over to England. I'm like, fucking hell yeah, fish and fish and chips, drink some beer. But guess what? I can't get Richard to get a hold of Christian.
Dude, let me tell you something, brother. Cody. It's like I told Richard the fucking problem. He ain't the cure. He's the problem. He's a disease. You go get a shot of penicillin, usually clears that shit up. But when it persists like this, then what you got to do is you got to eradicate it. You go, come here, bitch. Pop, 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 pop. I'm almost 60 years old. He's challenged me to come out of retirement. Bruh, do yourself a favor. Go fuck your mother, because I just got off that bitch.
Look, I was going to tell you, I told and Christian was like, okay, in the post, he said, let's do it in the pits. I'm like, Richard, man, message him, man. I don't think Richard's messaged one person. Like he went, and then, but let me tell you, Richard kind of got in love with me last night, though. He sent me a video, voicemail. He told me I look like, he said, Cody, you look just like Lim Nelson. You look like Lim Nelson, man. And I'm like, do you want to fight me or fuck me now? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck's going on?
I want to tell you right now, I think I hear just between you and me and everybody watching this podcast, and Richard, I know you're listening. Hey, listen, Richard, listen really carefully. I know you're a closet homosexual and you want to dick up your ass. So just shut the fuck up and go get fucked. Go to a wash house. Go to where Obama was at. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
Oh my God, I think I pissed my pants, Joe. Holy fuck.
My brother, I'm gonna tell you right now. Hey, Richard Dick for short, because your old lady already told me after I fucked her in the ass, she said your dick is really short.
Short Richard Dick.
That's him. She was like, I can't take. She was like, Anyway, Richard. Leave my boy Cody alone, man.
Dude, Joe, I'm gonna read you the message. This is what he just said to you.
Read it, brother. Is he talking to you right now?
He said, Joe, I'm gonna message your wife, bro. That's what he just said.
Oh, okay. Guess what, dickhead? Guess what, you little dick bitch? First off, don't ever. You get one warning. Don't ever mention my wife, okay?
I know. I couldn't believe it.
Number two, Richard. Number two, Richard, you little fucking dick. I tell you what, son. I'm gonna fuck you up. Whoa, what happened?
I was laughing at Richard.
Wait. Where am I at? I lost you. Where do I gotta go?
Oh, I'm looking at you.
I lost you.
I know you're
There we go. Yo, Richard. Hey, Richard.
God damn it, Richard. I told you not to say shit. Now you look like a bitch on the air now, Richard. God,
no, I'm not gonna look like a bitch. We're gonna make him a bitch. As a matter of fact, I've got a couple of fucking pipe hitting motherfuckers from the penitentiary that want to make Richard their bitch, and they live out there in California where you live, son. And well, guess what? They're gonna come see you, and they're gonna be introducing you to something you never seen before, son. However, if you've seen it before, I wouldn't be surprised because you're a pipe sucking fuck, Richard.
Joe, you got him, Joe. You fucked him bad. Hey, Joe.
Dude, I'm listen. This is not talk. This ain't talk.
Oh, I know.
That motherfucker wants to step to me. Let me tell you something. I've already said it. I leave chunks of punks like him in the toilet every morning when I take a shit. And guess what? In the morning, in a few hours, I will dump a fucking chunks that will look just like Richard the fucking problem. Just look like these fucking punk bitches. You want some? Let me explain something to you, man. You see all the wrinkles and scars around here? This didn't happen by accident.
Give me a Tiger Energy drink.
It happens because I'm a goddamn maniac. Psycho Joe Mack the maniac. Come see me, bitch. I will rip your eyeballs out of your head and skull fuck you to death. You
God damn it, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, shit. Hey, Joe.
Bitch.
Bro, he's off now. I think he got off.
I know he got off. He's probably jacking off, and I just made him fucking nut like a motherfucker because this is what he wanted. He wanted some motherfucker like me saying, I'm coming for you, boy. And guess what, boy? Guess what, son? I'm gonna help you out with something, brother. Go fuck your mother. Because I just got through fucking her up the ass, you fuckhead.
Oh shit. Hey, Joe, I was gonna let you got any shout outs today because I got Quentin Henry Hero coming on next, and Richard. I think
I
you just
got a shout out, Richard. Shout out for you. But I also want to shout out to Mike Vazquez at BYB and Gabriel Fryer and Jordan Mitchell and JD Burns, Leo Pla. Listen, man, all this shit is it's just bullshit because these guys that they try to get me worked up, and I'm easy to get worked up. It's easy to get me worked up because guess what? When I get worked up, I work out. And when I work out on your fucking head. And I start dropping these fucking bombs on you. And guess what? They go, oh my God, now I know why they call him Psycho Joe. Oh my God.
you're fucked now.
Don't start shit and then say, oh, I ain't know you was so goddamn tough. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Hell yeah, Joe. Hey, Joe, we're gonna link up and get Gabriel and them on right before their fight.
Man, listen, baby.
We'll do it in studio too.
I want to be in studio next time.
Gabriel. All right, man. We're gonna do it for sure. But I'm gonna get here. Right.
Let's go, baby. Your podcast, baby.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
do
it. But hey, Joe, thanks for coming on for sure, man.
I got you, baby.
All right, Joe. Boom. Awesome. He's ready to kill somebody. Yeah, I'm gonna get Henry in here. Let's see, Henry. Oh man, hey, what's up, Quinn? We just had a. It was one of the funniest moments. He just cut the best promo ever. Probably it was funny. Hold on a second. I can't.
Can you hear me now? Are you good?
I hear you.
Yeah,
man.
Sounded exciting.
Oh yeah, no, dude. I was gonna talk, man. I was talking to Vince, man. When we were down in Birmingham, I was like, "You're the biggest motherfucker in the arena, man. Man, like how you like what do you walk around at?" I gotta ask you, man. You look like you were bigger than all the heavyweights.
I walk around about 220, probably. That's usually what I stay at.
Dude, because that's pretty good, man. They got you a fight lined up anytime? Is it coming to the very near future? I heard it was, but I didn't know if it's official, like when it'd be official.
Yeah, we're kind of working on one now. Still in some contract negotiations, and also we're kind of getting that settled. So hopefully we'll have something within the week that we'll be able to look at. They offered me a deal, and I kind of liked it. Anytime there are deals like that, there's little things to go back and forth on, and so that's just kind of the process we're in right now. So seeing where that's going to line up, but all goes well, I should be fighting hopefully August. But they've named 3 or 4 different cards throughout the year they want me to fight on. So I mean, it could be August, but definitely plan on getting 3 in before the year's over.
No, but now Andrew said, "What's up?"
Well,
No, but I was gonna ask you, like, is it gonna be 205? Is that where you're gonna stay at? Because I saw rankings where you were ranked as a heavyweight too, but is 205 where is that where it's gonna be at?
Yeah, my first fight was at heavyweight, but it was supposed to be at like 200, and the guy just couldn't make the weight, so we met at like 215. I tried to go heavyweight for a little bit because I thought that's what they were wanting me to do. I was putting on a bunch of weight and stuff, and I got up to about 240 or 245, and I was just so uncomfortable. I was having problems with my back and my shoulders, things like that. So my feet, and so I just dropped back down and went the 205 route. Which I mean, I've gotten so good with my diet and everything that. Like with the Lieben fight, I woke up and I took a hot shower and went downstairs and I was at weight. So, you know, I mean, I don't walk around much bigger than 205. I try to stay pretty lean.
Yeah, dude, back to that fight, man. That had to been awesome just for the fact of, I mean, I watched him the first, watch him on the Ultimate Fighter growing up, and just talking with him on social media, and then you getting to be able to be in there with him, and I had money on things that I've had money on you the way I felt like you brought the brawl that he wanted. Like I felt like that was the fight that he needed, and dude, for that moment, it was a fucking badass fight, man.
Yeah, it worked out pretty good for him. And that was kind of, I guess, I don't really have regrets in it, but just the way that I went out fighting him was how I fought that fight, how I expected them to want me to fight. I'm a lot better fighter than that when it comes to boxing. I mean, you saw the fight before. I knocked that dude out in 25 seconds. He didn't even touch me. But even my whole demeanor was different in the fight with Lieben, but it was more about that's what I was supposed to do, I guess you want to say. I was supposed to go out there. We're supposed to have a war. We're supposed to brawl. And really, that's the last thing you're supposed to do with Chris Lieben. But, and I get paid to entertain, and I get paid to fight. And that's the way I was expected to fight in that fight. Now, have to do it over again. I would have, I'd probably pace myself a little more, not let the tiger get out the cage so much.
It was the crippler though, man. I guarantee you were like, it's the fucking crippler. Let's do this shit, man. That's what I mean, it was like one of those moments where, you're getting to, I mean, he fought the spider, he welcomed him into the UFC. So what you got to do, a lot of people don't get to do. So it had to be like in your head, let's show.
At that moment when it was about to go down, he wasn't a person to me anymore. He wasn't the crippler or whoever. I wasn't scared at all. If you go back and watch the film, you could tell, I had him scared. I know he was second guessing, who he was in his mind when all that started. And, and that's, you could tell by the way the fight started out. My biggest disappointment in the fight was that he ran the whole time. And, there's not a single moment in the fight where he was coming forward. And that is not what I expected at all. I don't know if that was like his game plan to, get me so fired up that I was going to be headed forward and get me out of my game plan, which it worked. If, maybe that was a savvy little veteran move he had there. But, as soon as he started backpedaling, when everything started off, it was kind of like, all right, well, I definitely didn't expect Chris Lieben to be taking steps backwards, during this fight. But I wish it would have lasted longer. I wish I wouldn't have caught the shot to the eye in the very beginning. That kind of changed the momentum for me.
Yeah.
As far as because up until that point, I felt like I was being pretty controlled. I knew I had landed a pretty good body shot on him that had hurt him, and then, when we were getting tied up in the clinch, he'd go to tie up and I would grab and I'd lock him up, lock his hands down. Because that's where he wants to be. We knew he was going to be looking to clinch and then throw the left. So, I got on the one side, blocked the left hand, put him against the ring, and wait for the ref to say break. But in bare knuckle, I found out the hard way. You don't wait for the ref to say break. You wait for them to physically pull you apart. Because he said break 3 times, and I stopped on the second, and he punched me in between the second and third.
That's what I was wondering. I thought they were going to deduct something from that. I didn't know. I felt like that shot was not supposed to happen, but that's what I was wondering.
Well, that's not for me to decide. You are supposed to protect yourself at all times. So, not saying, like Chris was doing it on purpose or whatever. I know sometimes you just get tied up. You're just fighting. You know what I'm saying? So. But for me, that kind of did change. I guess when you go back and look at the fight, you can kind of tell that my demeanor and everything had changed. At that point, it was kind of like everything was out the window.
Let's go.
I'm about to just try and kill him, So
what did it look like?
Yeah. I mean, it was fun, in hindsight. Like I said, if me and Chris Lieben fought 100 more times, I win 99 of them. That's the only way you lose if you fight Chris Lieben, if you fight him that way. And but you know, people didn't want to watch me fight him to watch me box him. They wanted to watch me, you know, rage out on him and go wild, and you know, they got what they wanted, I guess.
After you got your fight coming up, when you get this win right here, is there going to be when's the 205 belt? Like, what are they? You've got to be right there. They got to be about to put you in the title contention. I mean, somewhere, right? I mean, you have to be.
I don't know. I assume you look at when you look at the rankings, I think right now I'm number 4 in the world, and I think it's Lorenzo. I don't know who's ahead of me. I know it's Hector and Lorenzo, and apparently there's a third person if I'm number 4. But you maybe it's Lieben. Maybe they have him ranked now. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Even though he retired, that doesn't make any sense. But I don't know. But no, man, I don't know. You never know. I thought we were supposed to have a tournament for the belt, and then it looks like Hector and Riggs are going to be fighting for it. So I really don't care. You know, I'm trying to fight while I'm still able to. I'm trying to, you know, make money while I'm still able to, and I want to compete while I'm still able to. And as long as I'm able to do that, I think, you know, if I'm able to do it the right way, you know, you start getting to where you're fighting on this level, you know, you're fighting guys that are training full time. They're doing it for a living. You know, they're not working, you know, 3 or 4 jobs and trying to fit training in when they can. You know, however they're doing that either way, but you know, they're expecting me to fight the best in the world, then I got to train like the best in the world. So you know, you got to have sponsors or something for that. You know, that's not cheap to do. So you know, working on trying to get all that set up and all, but as far as, you know, a title goes, I don't know what they're going to do, to be honest with you. I know Lorenzo is ahead of me as far as somebody getting a shot at it. You know, I lost my last fight, so as far as I'm concerned, my name shouldn't even be in there until I get a win. You know, you can't just assume I'm going to get another one and be back in there. It ain't, you know, it's called fighting, not winning. So, you know, we'll go through that. I want to focus on this next fight. I'm trying to get a good camp set up, put together, and just go in there and I want to show people how I really know how to fight. You know, I started out like that Jason Fan fight, felt great, felt good. You know, the dude just didn't stand there very long. He didn't take much damage before he was over with. You know, but I'm going right back to that, you know, and that's going to be real bad for my next opponent, because he's going to get hurt bad, and the longer he stands up, the more damage he's going to take is all that matters and adds up to.
You got a good team too. You got Ryan down there training with you. And is your dad your coach? Is that who your coach is?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. That's got to be cool, man. That's got to be cool, because my dad coached me at everything, and that's got to be cool. To this point in time, you can still have your dad coach with you. That's got to be cool, man.
Yeah, he's been coaching me since I was a kid. You know, my dad's been my MMA coach. He's always, you know, coached the team that we had. You know, I brought in Bruce McDaniel for my last camp. He's old-timey, old-school boxing guy. You know, I worked with him in the past, you know, but I did a lot of MMA stuff back then. So, you know, straight boxing wasn't as applicable. But, you know, we brought him in after that, and, you know, was able to get some of that good knowledge on his hand, and bring him into the group. And it's been a pretty good time, man. You know, we're trying to get everybody in town together. I've been trying to do more cross training with the local gyms and trying to get them a little more, get them pumped up, you know, to, you know, help everybody out, you know, so we can have a big group show up and, you know, come together as a group, instead of, you know, a lot of hometowns, they got, you know, rivalries between little gyms and stuff. And, you know, that's all that small picture stuff, you know, I ain't about that. So, you know, I've got a couple guys from our town, and, you know, there hasn't been that many of us from where I'm from that actually have gotten a chance to go do something like that, especially when it, you know, concerns fighting. I guess I'm really the only one. But you know, we've, you know, had guys go fight, you know, Legacy or Fight Pass and stuff like that. But and I used to do the same thing in MMA, you know, was just stick to myself and stick to my own group. And, you know, but it, you know, it took me going out here and fighting with these guys, you know, in bare knuckle, and seeing these guys, how they're training and the people they're training with and the stuff they're doing, to realize that, I was a big fish in a little pond, when I come home. And there's a sea out there, and I'm trying to help some of the younger guys that kind of coming up, through the sport, even that aren't at my place or my gym. I'm just trying to let them know, like, hey, if you want to make it, bro, this is what we got to do. So I feel like there's a lot of that.
Boxing. I saw you at that boxing thing over the week, like last weekend there. Like you're with the local people. That's cool. I'm from a small town, and usually you don't see that. Usually you seem like you are like the local here. People are starting to come around you, and you're growing it out there pretty good. I can see it.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of my coaches that I started. Everybody from around here coached or sparred or boxed with Coach Sparky. They do the Louisiana games with the amateurs, and yeah, that was a lot of fun, man. I think it was like I got a table, and it was relatively cheap for like 2 days. We got to watch like 30-something fights, and
That's not bad.
yeah, man, it was even like as young as like 8-year-old kids were in there, just scrapping. So
That's
it was fun to go watch that kind of stuff and all. But yeah, I mean, we're kind of a small town, and so it's funny, nobody here really knows who I am, but you would think I would be more of a big deal here, but I'm not. I'm just Quentin.
Small towns are kind of weird. Like where I'm from,
Yeah.
you could be famous, and they don't. Small towns are weird like that. They treat everybody the same. They don't really.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get treated like I'm any different, around here. It's not like, I mean, I do run into a lot of people that I know that talk to me and stuff like that, but it's not like I'm not on the front page of every paper, and West Monroe ain't wondering what I'm up to.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, no, I don't mind it. But I don't mind it as much because when I get recognized and talked to more when I go out of town than I do at home. I'll just be out of town somewhere and somebody be like, hey, you're that guy from. I'm like, yeah, hey, how you doing? I'm going, talk to you, but like when I come home, I don't have that very often. I guess
that can be good. That can be good. That's good, dude. Yeah, Ryan's fight in Birmingham. Ryan's fight. What did you think about that stoppage, man? I was shocked. I was up. I was kind of close, and I was like, I bet money on Ryan, and I was like, after it was over with, I was like, he can still fight. Was it a bad cut? Like, how bad was it?
I mean, at first, I was more aggravated that they didn't let us work the cut in between the round. There was something that happened with the clock, and where we couldn't hear it ringside, so the round went like 20 seconds extra or something, and then
that was the fight. That was unreal, man.
And then the doctor came in and looked at the cut before the cut man got to even do anything to it. So like by the time the cut man got to it, they didn't really get to work on it at all. And neither did we. So then the fight started. So I didn't really get to see it in between rounds, even know what was going on. And I didn't know. I still don't know to this day if the cut was worse after they stopped it, if it got worse between when the round started. And that's what I was trying to figure out after the fight, because to me, it seemed like the fight had only been going on for about 15 seconds and he hadn't gotten hit in that eye. But then the ref stopped it for the doctor to look at it again. And I was like, he just looked at it. How could it look any different? He hasn't gotten hit again.
He was just trying. He was like, let's get this thing over with. I'm a neck.
I'm like, why are we looking at the cut again?
Ryan was in the fight, man. That sucks for him.
And then he stopped the fight. And then again, I had the question. I'm like, well, why didn't you stop it 20 seconds ago? He hasn't gotten hit in it. It shouldn't look any different. Why now is it an issue? Now, and I don't know, he may have gotten hit in it, but after the fight, when you look at the cut, a lot of times the reasons that they are told to stop fights or reasons that make them stop fights is when a cut starts to, like if you got a cut that goes straight across, like that's no big deal. But as soon as your cut goes across and starts to tear down, well, now you have an avulsion. And now an avulsion is like a flap of skin that's missing. So say his eye, I forget exactly, but it was going down and then coming back up across.
Oh, so okay.
And then that tear down like that, if he were to get caught weird, he might not even get caught weird. He could have been in a clinch and the guy's, rats could have scratched across it and caught, and it'll actually tear that flap of skin out. So, I'm not disagreeing with the stoppage or anything like that, because it was, it's a cut that could end up being much worse just from one little thing. So, I didn't understand what was going on. I'm like, how does it look any
nobody
different?
did, man. The bell, they didn't, the bell rung and they were still going. And I heard it because I was kind of close to it. And I was like, what the fuck's going on? I was like, there's no bell anymore? And as that, I was like, luckily somebody didn't get hit at that. If somebody got knocked out during that, man.
Yeah. I mean, you got to take into consideration, that's the first bare knuckle event we've had in Alabama. That was the first time that commission had ever worked on a fight like that, of that scale, that I know of. I don't think the UFC or anybody else has been in Alabama. So that's probably the largest promotion that's been there. And to work, there's a lot going on, man. You've been to the shows, as far as with the cameras and all that, all that stuff coordinating all at one time. And, it's a surprise that it goes off without any problems, as many pegs as there are in the system. So, and that was one of the very first fights, and I don't know, I can't even understand how we couldn't hear the bell at ringside, but then the people in the stands had heard it. Because they knew the bell. I don't know. But like on live on TV or whatever, you could hear the bell, but we couldn't hear it. Yeah, supposedly the people, or maybe the people watching, said they couldn't hear it or something. I don't remember what it was. It was something weird. I don't know, but
it was the craziest. I thought I was the only one heard it. It was maybe I was, in my head, I'm like, I'm hearing shit now, because and then everybody's freaking out. I'm like, God, dog. Hey, I'm an Alabama guy. Roll Tide. I'm an Alabama guy, but guy, I can tell you this right now. If Nick Saban would have been there, he would have fired them all. He would have said, you can't have that shit like that. I promise you that.
Fired.
But
that shit would have run like a top with Nick Saban there.
No, it would have fucking killed somebody. He would have fired the whole thing. But no, dude, I know you're busy now, dude. I see you drinking. Is that your drink shop with those drinks and stuff?
Yeah, I own a nutrition shop. It's an Herbalife nutrition shop, Fuel Factory. It's the fuel your body needs.
We come down to Louisiana. We duck hunt and stuff, and I'm gonna have to slide by there and check that out. Cause man, I don't know what y'all. They look really good.
Man, they are. They're all natural. They got like 200 milligrams of caffeine, vitamins. There's all kind of different flavors in it.
Oh, so you do put that's awesome as fuck, dude. That's
it's like a healthy energy drink. They got stevia in them, so it doesn't mess with your glycemic index, your glycemic levels, and sugar free, all the good stuff.
People need to. You're drinking it. If you want to look like the hero, you got to start drinking that shit. That's what
you would think that people would, because I drink them every day, and then I drink the shakes because we do meal replacement shakes too.
So you do that. So you do all that stuff. That's great.
Yeah, our shop we sell the meal replacement shakes, and they taste really good. I mean, they're the difference in meal replacement, like a protein shake, is meal replacement has vitamins and minerals that you should get out of your food. That's the purpose of it. But then Herbalife also has the digestive enzymes and stuff like that in it. Helps with your gut health, and also, but yeah, man, I own the shop, so I obviously use the products. But that's people are like, how you lose all that weight? How you do this? I'm like, well, it's really not that hard. I fast, I restrict calories. When I do eat, I eat shakes and healthy stuff. But
you got to get Vince your commercial, man. Vince and Scott's got to get you a commercial, man, and have somebody like me. And then I'll drink it, and then kaboom, I go away, and then I have my Betty White, and then it's it. The Betty White moment, man. The Betty White moment. You know what I'm talking about? That's what you need. It would be funny as hell. It'd be like, and then all you gotta do is drink this drink, and then you turn. That would be the funniest commercial ever. Dude.
Just pops up. I'm down.
But anyway, man, I know you're busy, man. You got any shout outs or anything you got going on, man? And I take too much of your time up.
Oh no, man, you're good. I've got.
Hey, Vince said done deal. Vince said it's a done deal.
Done. We'll make it happen for sure. Airmed hemp extracts. It's a big sponsor of mine. This guy's out of Texas. They got great CBD products. I got it, Vince. Airmed hemp. We'll tag them. But yeah, they got great products. We're looking at trying to make a trip out there and go hang out with those guys soon. maybe do a commercial, get some working out in, maybe do some boxing, something like that. You know, that'll be fun. We'll do a little video or something of that. Yeah, I got Traxler Chiropractic. They're a big sponsor of mine, big supporter here locally. We're about to make the rounds on sponsors again for this next upcoming. Just hopefully we get everything settled on this contract, and I got something concrete, and then they're going to be making the rounds. You know, we're looking to try and pick up some full-time sponsors. You know, some people trying to. Oh man, just you gotta do something like that if you're trying to keep up with these big boys. You know, I know I've got the machine, I've got the tools to do it. I gotta find the time and the money to pay to keep it up and running.
And man, that's positive as hell, dude. But you live in Louisiana, man. You duck hunt. You're down around the king of it. You got to duck hunt.
I love duck hunting. If I had the money to or the time, I would love to. You know, the really training and fighting cuts into my hunting so bad. You know, I get like. Yeah, and then if I'm not training, I own a gym too, you know, so I'm most of the time when I'm working, it's in the evenings. So, but yeah, man, I love to hunt. I just got to follow. I got a shotgun though. If you got a place to go, just hit me up and I will definitely show up. No doubt. I just don't have the time to go put, you know, the work in to get a spot ready. So
yeah, that's what I was saying.
Going, you know?
It's unreal. But I know you have so many flying over your head during duck season. I guarantee it freaks you out because every time I go down that way.
Yeah, I live. My land actually connects to. I don't know if you're. What area do y'all hunt in?
I hunt right up here in Tennessee, Alabama. But we've came down to Monroe. I have a buddy. I forgot where it's at. When we went out there, they take us out in the middle of nowhere. It's nothing nice, and we still kill duck.
Yeah. No, my land is actually connected to the Darbone Refuge, where Lake Darbone is and stuff. There's
shit, dude!
Yeah.
Holy hell, dude! You probably have thousands of them some bitches every day flying.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're everywhere. I just got to get to them. You know, that's kind of the thing. But
positive. But no, man. No, we're big fans of you out here, man. So that's why I told Vince. I hit last week. I said, man, can I get the hero on? But man,
I appreciate it. You know, and I don't. You know, I'm trying to fight. I'm trying to get up there. You know, I got a pretty good following so far, but I don't. I think I don't have this fake character that a lot of them have. And you know, we're Captain America, man. We're grinding it and we're making it. You know, it's harder to make it as the good guy. You know, it really is. You know, people act like you know, oh, you know, it's way easier in this industry to be the bad guy. And I see too many guys start to go down that path. And I've even fighters that I have, and, you know, I won't say their names or whatever, but like if they're guys I hardly know, but I respect them. And you know, when I meet them in the back or I talk to them and I'm like, hey man, what I like about that guy is he seems humble. He seems like one of the good guys, you know, like he's on my side. And, you know, but like I've had a couple people here recently, I've seen them, you know, they're starting to do a little bit of this that's a little uncharacteristic of them, you know, and I just hit them up and I message them like, look, man, that ain't you. You know, don't go down that path. Don't do that. You know, I know it's easy. I know you're not getting a lot of recognition or whatever, but it's easier to be there. Like, don't be that guy. You know, you want to fight those guys. Get lined up with those guys. Let them sell the fight. And you go in there and be the good guy and kill them. You know,
I don't know if you've ever watched WWE, but you got like Brock Lesnar, you had the Undertaker. They had like the managers that come out and talk their shit. You just gonna have to get Vince and Scott out there with the glasses on, just talking the shit for you, like Paul, like the Undertaker did, man. I'm serious.
Vince already has the shoes.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm saying.
Vince already wears the shoes every time.
Yeah, I know. He's got some badass shoes. I saw him at that Birmingham. But
Vince have you ever gotten drunk with Vince? He could totally play that role.
That's what I'm telling you. Look, and just your hop guy. Just every time you do an interview, he's just sitting there and he's like, he's gonna fucking kill you. He's gonna kill you.
Who's the guy that used to follow Hulk Hogan around or back then?
Jimmy Hart.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's Vince's spirit animal when he gets drunk.
Dude, hey, you know how much Jimmy Hart, he still do it. I mean, he still goes around and does it. It works.
The best. That dude's the best.
Hey, but anyway, man, thanks for coming on out, man.
Hey, no problem, brother.
Awesome, man. And we'll be looking for your next fight for sure, man.
Yes, sir. Catch you later, bro.
All right, see you, man. Awesome. The mouth of the South. Yeah, that's what if you look at my promo events, it says Mouth to South because I love some gym. I love it. I love the heart, man. But man, we had a badass show. I mean, if you haven't looked at it, check out Mike from BYB. Dude, he broke it down. And then we got Joe on, and he cut the best promo ever. I mean, he went off on everybody. I mean, he even molested basically Richard on here on a very funny way, I guess. It was funny. And then we finished up with Henry, the hero, man. Come on. We're looking forward to his fight. And if people ain't following him, you need to be going and get them drinks. You see what he looks like? He said he drinks he has the nutrition smoothies, the protein. Hell, I'm thinking about moving that way for 6 months so I can get some abs like him. So y'all need to check that shit out for sure. And also we'll give a shout out Turk House Farms with a Z. Promo code Blunts. Hit that shit up. It's got some very positive CBD. They got some badass Baby Yoda shirts and stuff like that. Tiger Energy. It's pretty good, man. It pumps me up and everything. And go to www.mindsoffighting.com. We're going to start having some interesting shit on there, too. I'm going to try to get some articles out and stuff. Thanks for showing up. Peace.